Sure, the woman said confidently. Now, please pull on that shirt and pants. There is an appointment we need to catch. The woman was taking large steps in the long aisle leading to the door, while Jack looked dumb with the astonishment created by the perfect architecture in the building. When they reached the door, the woman scanned her wrist against a small black screen on the door. Jack stepped in after the woman. It looked like they went into a large lab where many people, oh, sorry, many aliens, were working out. Just then, Jack noticed how come he could not notice these living things looked exactly the same as the humans. Jack was startled with a voice coming from a middle-aged man. He sounded so confident and so self-conceited that he was obviously one of the leaders of the team. "Hi, welcome, Jack," said the man, showing a smiley face. No, he did not move his tongue or mouth to sound these words, like the woman did not either. Jack could not help but saying, "You guys, how come you can speak without opening your mouths?" The guy let out a noisy laughter. The others followed him in unison. "Okay, ha ha ha. First off, let me say I'm Captain P2. I'm the responsible entity of this lab. As for your question, no, we are not aliens like you picture on your mind. You can say we are a more evolved version of the humans of your generation." Jack's face got soured upon this reply. He used to wear that look once he was really confused. Hold on, hold on. You mean you're also humans too? Jack, come on. Let's get to my office and continue with our talk here. The seats in his room were floating at a person's waist level when they got there. Jack was so fed up with these surprises that he did not even attempt to ask how the seats were floating without touching the floor. He went to one of the seats and sat on it in fear of the possibility of falling down. "Jack," said the captain, "have you ever wondered what would happen to humans in the future while you were on Earth? It was 2012 when you left the Earth, right?" "Yeah. What year is it there now?" asked Jack in fright. He did not want to hear the reply, by the way. "Let me put it this way, Jack," said the captain. "We are so sophisticated and high-tech that it's not a deal for us to go back to time travel. In other words, it is us who decide on where to go and to what year." Jack was stuck in his seat and he was totally speechless. The captain continued, "Jack, our forefathers left the Earth in the beginning of 2015 in your time. They were a group of scientists and businessmen. They went on this travel once this nuclear war started between two global powers. It was July 4th, 2015, when Russia fired intercontinental nuclear ballistic missiles against the United States. In 2015, people could travel to the moon thanks to some entrepreneurs. They set up travel companies and they used to fly passengers from all around the world when they paid the ticket." The captain put on a more serious, or rather a more sad tone when he remembered the story of his ancestors. He went on, "Our fathers were on the moon when they heard the nuclear war just started. They did not know what to do. They left their many family members and relatives behind them. A person called Robert in the group suggested staying on the moon. There was a building erected by the Space Travel Company on the moon that time. In the lunar station, there were some small plants used for photosynthesis. They already stored water under the station. They also used to recycle that water after they used it. During their stay on the moon, they developed some new generations of spaceships. They could have designed some light-speed space vehicles thanks to the scientists in the group. They needed a planet having enough water to let them survive. In time, their population was increasing, and the water at their hand was not sufficient anymore." Jack asked, "Why did they go back to Earth for water supply?" The captain replied, "After the nuclear war, the Earth turned into a barren, no-life land. No life, no water, no humans." Jack was shaking his head in objection when he said, "No, sir, you are a big liar. You made up this story just to hold me here, but you won't be able to do that." Jack stood up and walked toward the captain. He looked angry. Two guards standing at the door went between Jack and the captain. They did it to protect the captain from Jack. Jack sat back on his floating seat after he received message from the guards. He felt helpless and depressed. "Jack," said the captain in a strong tone, "let's make a deal. You'll listen to me by the time I finish the whole story. and after that, we will help you go wherever you would like to. Jack thought it was the best deal he could grab when the circumstances were taken into account. The captain saw his agreement and went on. Good, Jack. Believe me, we do not intend to hurt you at all. Other than that, you are also a forefather to us, right? Jack said, Okay, go on with the story. I'm so confused. Maybe a bit scared. Captain said, I see your point and respect that. My generation began light-speed travels at shorter times to the farther galaxies. We found some ice masses in some places. We used to travel and move from one spot to another in this immense space. Recently, we could attend to the level to accomplish time travels. This was a milestone to my nation. From the outset of our civilization, we aimed at going to the pre-2015 Earth. Jack said, Let me tell you, you wanted to go to the time before 2015 because you planned to prevent the nuke war. The captain replied, Exactly, Jack. Jack said, So, the most crucial point for me, what do you want with me? Why did you pick a truck driver like me? To be continued.